Good morning
Gusto
po.
po niya clarify yung about po dun sa threat report.
Mandaluyong to Las
Tama po
Piñas.
ba na that was a parang statement niya was telling at kung papaglapasin lang ho natin malinaw ang mensahe, pwedeng bantaan ang Pangulo at walang pananagutan. This is not just about one official. Madam Chair, the evidence before us is serious, substantial, and alarming. If we fail to act on this, we do not just ignore a threat. We weaken the very foundations of accountability in this country. Maraming salamat po.
All the manifestations are noted by the committee. May we know if Congressman Attorney J.P. Padilla is here? Because if not, then we have the last member to raise question on. He is the last to raise question on threat. Wala ba si Congressman J.P. Padiernos? If not here, before we conclude on the allegations of threat, may we direct first the committee secretary to call the vice president for the third time.
May the committee know if the respondent, Vice President Sara C. Duterte, is present in today's hearing? The respondent, Vice President Sara Duterte, is not present in today's hearing. Madam Chair.
Let it be placed on the record that the committee secretary called the vice president for the third time and he continues to be not around in our hearing today. This is for the purpose of extending to her the continuing opportunity to present her evidence, including counter evidence, as well as raising clarificatory questions through the justice members. That is for the record. Chair Benny Abante is raising his hand.
Thank you, Madam
You're
Chair.
recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Kanina po pinapakinggan ko yung mga clarificatory questions sa NBI. Let me spin the statement of Mayor Baste on the Mussolini and the Romanovs in relation to the statement of VP Sara on her being the designated survivor. Talagay ko, related po ito sapagkat ang napalagay po ni Mayor Baste sa aking palagay, ang mga Romanov at Mussolini, yun po yung ating Pangulo. Ano? Pero ano po naman sila? Sila po yung Bolshevik. Saka yung Italian Parisian na pumatay Mussolini. Yun lang po ang ibig sabihin yan Now, Madam Chair, the NBI should also look into this, kapagkat narinig ko in the past, nung aming pinag-uusapan sa Quadcom ito, na merong 2,000 loyalists ang mga Duterte. I do not know if the NBI has heard that recently, sapagkat pinanggit po ng NBI na ang kanilang security umaabot na 500 Pero I heard during the Quadcom hearing na meron 2,000 na loyalists, hindi necessarily security na loyalists na member ng mga Marines at member ng PNP ang mga Dutertes. Yung po ba'y narinig na ng ating NBI?
200 meters, turn right onto
Chair,
Sergeant
that's why earlier I'm preparing about the hearing on the Quadcom dahil doon nga po namin napick up po yan. Okay, so I hope that the NBI would also look into this, Madam Chair, well, nais ko muna balikan ang mga sinabi ni Ginoong Madriaga noong April 14, 2026 sa harapan ng committee na ito, So, may I request the committee secretary to please flash page 9 of the supplemental affidavit ni Ginoong Madriaga. Can we do that, please?
Secretary Secretariat, please flash the affidavit of Ramil
80
Madriaga.
meters, turn right.
Is referring to the ulo of Bongbong Marcos. And if you recall, on the previous videos that was shown, nandun din po yung sinasabi rin ni Vice President Sara, ulo ni Bongbong Marcos. So those pattern of behavior, kasama po yan sa pag-aaral po ng mga experto namin sa psychology po. And I would like to refer to RD Lotok para discuss niya po doon sa portion ng grave threat, kasama po talaga yung proseso dapat na yun.
With the indulgence of the Esperon, they would like to expound on the issue that you raised. The NBI agent is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Actually, based sa investigative cycle phases na sinusundan ho namin, nag-focus po siya sa ikatlong phase. If I may, yung first phase po na sinundan namin yung identification and preservation, which was long, and then the second is and hashing, which helped to explain in order to preserve the data. And then yung pangatlo, tinatawag namin analytics and diffusion phase. In the analysis phase po, we organize and review the digital information, we look for patterns, consistencies and links, we look for repeated actions, whether the appearances, whether the same or intentional or just spur of the moments. So lahat po ito consider namin yung konteksto kung paano kami nag-conclude na hindi yung threatening appearances ng ating Vice Presidente ay papasok ko sa crime of grave threat.
Right, so you personal psychologist is not a doctor, but they also handle the behavior of certain individuals. I can dwell into that, Madam Chair, but I believe at the proper forum because I was not called as an expert witness on that part, and I am also not a psychiatrist. Thank you, Madam Chair. For the guidance of the viewing public, DS First Biron and DS Janet Yarid are both medical doctors. Would you like to proceed to your clarificatory question? Yes, Yarid? I believe you recognize Congressman Paulo Marcoleta. With the indulgence also of Congressman Janice Digamo. Okay. Congressman Paulo Marcoleta is recognized.
Thank you sa napakabait mong ninang DS Brain at sa ating Madam Chair. Just a manifestation on the video that was played earlier. I'm referring to the video which is the bone of contention, the very basis of why there was an alleged threat to the life of the President. Nung nagsasalita si Vice President Sara Duterte dun sa isang kwarto na madilim. Opo, and I have a copy of a more complete video, and I can say that the video was spliced and edited out. Meron pong mga tanong doon that led to the Vice President's response. If I may read, Madam Chair, ito po yung tinanong ng isang vlogger by the name of Princess Maui regarding Project Romanov. Yung sinasabi nila or narinig namin na may Operation Romanov sa inyo na balak kayong ubusin. Bago po niya binanggit yun ni Sara Duterte, meron pong nagtanong sa kanya na vlogger. It was a concern about the threat on her life. So, ang Project Romanov ay hindi talaga para magplano na sa buhay ng ating Pangulo, kundi initially para ubusin ang mga Duterte. Ito sa tulong ni Princess Maui.
Then take the ramp on the left.
And
kept a copy of the more complete video, Madam Chair, if you so desire to be furnished a copy of the video. And if I may add, Madam Chair, the statements made by VP
Copy
Sara
text tayo, ma'am.
Duterte are political hyperbole rather than a true threat.
So,
Philippine courts have historically protected
So,
harsh,
akit na po
even
tayo sa
offensive
skyway na.
political rhetoric when it lacks a specific imminent call to lawless action. Impeachment cannot rest on rhetorical severity alone. Impeachment requires a disciplined inquiry into proof, intent, context, and official misuse of power. The statement was conditional on her own alleged killing, was later explained as an expression of concern for her security, and remains the subject of an unresolved criminal and investigative process. Sinabi nga po ni VP Inday Sara na siya mismo nagsabi that the remark was a plan without flesh and that the condition was her own death first, based on the Al Jazeera interview dated 26th of November 2024. Unless the House can prove that the Vice President made a serious operational instruction to an identifiable person or used her office to advance such plan, the allegation is better treated as a matter for criminal investigation and political censure, not as a self-executing basis for removal from office. And if I may end this manifestation, Madam Chair, based on the fourth verified complaint itself, the allegation arises from a statement made during a press briefing framed as a conditional and dependent on a hypothetical scenario. With due respect, this raises a threshold issue. At this stage, the committee is not determining criminal liability. It is determining whether the complaint alleges sufficient grounds based on its contents. A statement standing alone, without an overt act, without corroboration, and without evidence of execution, remains an allegation. And Madam Chair, habang pinapanood po natin ang mga video ni VP Sara, ang tao ay nananatiling buhay na buhay, alive and kicking, at nakakapag-jumping jacks pa. So, buhay na buhay po ang ating Pangulo at malusog. Maraming salamat po.
Manifestation is noted. The Honorable Joel Chua.
Madam Chair,
Quick.
yes, very quick, just a quick manifestation. Madam Chair, hindi po totoo na splice yung kanyang binabanggit kanina na video dahil ito pong video na to ay inauthenticate mismo ng NBI. Just for the record, Madam Chair. Siguro yung portion lamang may relevant dito po sa topic natin, yun lamang po. Dahil kung pakikita po ay medyo magtatagal na po tayo at yun po, Madam Chair.
We know the manifestation of the Honorable Chua.
Madam Chair.
Do you want to speak some more?
Opo, meron po kasing video na mas kompleto at hindi naman po katagalan yung mga preceding
If
portions.
I may interrupt Honorable Mark Colata, we are referring to the investigation report of the NBI and not to any other videos outside.
Opo, sinasabi
These
ko
are the
po
submissions of the NBI to the justice.
steps that led to VP Sara's response on that particular video.
We know your manifestation, but nevertheless, we are bound by the rules to stick to what was submitted to us by the NBI.
Madam Chair,
These are being submitted not as videos which surround outside. These are being submitted as videos part of the investigation of the National Bureau of Investigation. And we cannot go beyond that. The Honorable Janet Carey is the one who yielded the time in favor of Honorable Marcoleta.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Before I go to my line of questioning, linawin lang po natin. Pag sinabi pong splice ay pinutol, dinugtong at nagkaibang meaning. Do I get that right, Madam Chair?
It was asked the National Bureau of Investigation.
Well, sabi nga namin, part po ng submission that is authenticated. It was not splice. It was, pag sinabi pong splice, parang may ni-replace ka dyan eh.
In other words, Madam Chair, it is not splice dahil hindi mo pinutol at dinugtong para magkaibang meaning.
And pwede naman po na kung there's time na nakita naman po napanood yung video. And in fact, dun po sa counter, yung sinasabi po ni Congressman Marcoleta was already been discussed on the counter affidavit na sinabit po ni Vice President Duterte doon po sa kaso sa DOJ. Kaya po na-raise na po yung mga issue na yan.
So, Madam Chair, can the NBI confirm magkaiba po yung may puputulin ka at idudugtong para magkaroon ng ibang meaning vis-a-vis na kumuha ka sa specific portion ng video na merong threat. Tama po ba?
Kinuha po namin yung specific na portion na nagsasabi ng threat.
Okay, let me move forward, Madam Chair. Nasabi rin po kanina ng ating kagalang-galang na police, si Honorable Marcoleta, na tila nagkaroon ng plano para ubusin ang pamilyang Duterte. Can we ask the NBI if there indeed was such a plan?
Si R.D. Lotok will answer that because that was part of the investigation na nagsabi na merong nga pong Oplan Romanov. So R.D. Lotok.
Madam
RD
Chair,
Lotok is recognized.
Madam Chair, may I just react to my ninang
After
regarding
the
the
answer
flight?
of the NBI, please.
Kasi sinabi ko rin po, edited out. So there could be omissions na hindi na-include po sa video.
We
So,
note your additional manifestation.
Thank you po.
Tapos ngayon, nag-aral ng Korean.
Yes, ma'am.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Actually, yung sinasabi ko po kanina ay one of the reasons kung bakit nag-issue kami ng subpoena sa ating Vice Presidente ay para ho imbestigahan yung alleged threat naman sa kanyang person. Unfortunately, nung hindi ho nag-appear ang ating Vice Presidente, wala ho kaming information whatsoever na pwedeng pagsimulan ng aming investigasyon. Yun po yung dahilan, Madam Chair.
So you confirm that you intend to investigate threat against the Vice President. However, she did not appear when she was invited to the NBI.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright.
That's part of our primary jurisdiction.
Okay. The Janet Garit?
Madam Chair,
Hindi din siya nag-take.
pwedeng kumustahin ko muna si Director Melvin Matibag. Kumusta po kayo?
Maraming hindi nag-take.
Hindi naman po. Medyo mainit lang po nasira yata yung
Nakakatulog naman po kayo.
okay naman po, except that siguro if you're referring dun sa social media, we just noticed that me and my wife were under attack sa social media starting ng Monday until today. So,
By the NBI or other government agencies, or pwede mong sabihin, joke lang po?
well, hindi lang po sa Pilipinas, that is already an internationally accepted law. At nasa batas na po yan, na sinabi na yung biro na yan ay hindi considered na biro but will be always be considered as a serious threat po.
Yeah. Last comment, Madam Chair. Kunyari po, no? Kunyari lang po. Ako yung salita at sinabi ko, ipapapatay ko ang isang tao. First, ang salita ko, ipapapatay ko yung isang tao.
Ayun ka lang.
May pagkakaiba po ba yun or wala?
Hindi, yung pala yan.
From the point of view of law enforcement, isusundan po namin parehas yan kasi it's not how you said it, but it will be the gravity based on the investigation. Pagsasama-samahin po yan, it will be the confluence of events, ano pa ba yung mga naging action na yan, and if it's specifically directed to a person, at saka po yung who will be the beneficiary, at ano yung magiging benepisyo pa po other than sa monetary na maaaring mangyari sa'yo.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Just to manifest, bilang mga government officials, minsan may mga bagay-bagay na yung ating emosyon ay pwedeng pumutok. However, kaakibat sa ating posisyon ay ang pag-control, ang pag-decipher, ang pag-discern, dahil minsan kapag tayo ay palaging galit at lahat ng ating mga ipapahayag ay may kasamang galit, hindi maliiwanagan yung mga bagay-bagay na ating sasabihin. And oftentimes, when we mention these statements in the heat of our emotions, this can cause destabilization. Lalo't-lalo na kapag ikaw ay naghahawak ng posisyon kagaya ng Vice Presidente o bilang pangalawang Pangulo. In other words, Madam Chair, allow me to manifest. that the issues on anger, on demeanor, on statements that cannot be acceptable as members of
Then keep left at the
highly ranking positions. Lahat po ng mga ito, Madam Chair, ay dapat matingnan at dapat mabusisi kasi hindi po pwedeng sabihin natin na joke lang. Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Thank you very much, distinguished.
Thank you, DS Gary. The next to manifest, and I think she is the last. If there are no other interested justice members, meron pa. Is Congresswoman Janice Digamo. Naalala ko lang ko, during our determination of substance, marami kang pinaiyak. And I heard that today is the birthday of your husband.
Tama po, that's right po. And instead of spending it with him dun sa amin, I decided to come today because there are things that troubles me that I would like to raise to this August body.
All right. Let's hear from the Honorable Congresswoman Janice Digamo.
Madam Chair, hindi po ako lawyer. Pero sa tingin ko po, what I am about to say has something to do with the security, not just of the province of Negros Oriental, but in a bigger scale, the whole country in general. The Vice President and the alleged mastermind of my husband's murder
3 hours.
appear to share a common connection through attorney Ferdinand Topacio, who is both the lawyer of Mr. Teves and a known ally of the VP. We also learned that the Vice President visited Mr. Teves while he was in jail. At first, there were different reports about that visit. Later, it was clarified that the visit was indeed of Mr. Teves, according to SILG Remulla. However, during a Justice Committee hearing, Congressman Shell Jokno raised a serious concern that the purpose of that visit may have been related to harming Mr. Madriaga, a witness to this case. Madam Chair, if there is even a possibility that this is true, this is really very alarming. Until now, we have not heard any clear explanation from the VP. There was an interview that she was asked whether or not the visit indeed took place. And the answer was brushed aside, and I think what she said was hindi niya kilala si Madriaga but did not answer directly whether or not she went to visit Teves in jail together with his lawyer. As the second highest official of the country, someone who plans to run for the highest position, the public deserves
I-drop na natin siya na. Maraming salamat po sa panonood hanggang sa muling ingat. God bless. Paalam po muna pa samantala tayo gagawa ng ibang video sa ating susunod na misyon. Paalam po.
Constituents in the province of Negros Oriental. Thank you, Com Janice. Since we have concluded already our deliberations on the allegations of threat and destabilization, we anticipate the committee to decide